10 Rules for Being a Millennial Lady. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Good evening, Aluxer. I hope you're having an incredible day so far. We are pleased to present another Alux.com original video. This time we're taking a look at what makes a millennial lady, and we're planning to give you a 10 checkpoint list so you can check for yourself whether or not you are perceived as a modern lady. The concept of lady has always been a very debatable subject. Years ago, this term was referring to a woman of refined manners, but firstly, a woman of high social position. This is not the case anymore, at least not entirely. Yes, a lady is a well-mannered woman, but the social position isn't a criteria anymore. All of us can be, and honestly must be, a respected lady. But of course, that only depends on us. We can make the difference on how society perceives us. I will make this easier for you by teaching you the most important rules a woman must follow in order to be a lady in the 21st century. Let's get started. Number 10. Watch your mouth, young lady. You can imagine that no one will ever respect a woman talking slang or swearing all day long. That's not even remotely appropriate. Remember how your parents used to tell you as a child, "Watch your mouth, young lady"? Well, they knew exactly what they were talking about. Of course, no one can hold it in that long, and sometimes you need to free yourself. So a little F word now and then is acceptable, but be careful to do it in private and not shout it out in the middle of the office. No one likes a dirty mouth. Number 9. Master the art of conversation. The art of conversation is more complicated than you can ever imagine, so I suggest you start doing some research. You'll be amazed of what you'll find, and I promise you it will definitely not bore you. Beside the clean vocabulary you need to use, the art of conversation and communication consists in many other things. The intonation you use when you talk, the frequency of your words, the way and where you look, the body gestures and movements, and so on. When you have a conversation with someone, make sure to speak clearly so the other person will understand you. Learn how to listen to the other. Try nodding your head or any other sign that will assure him or her you're listening to them. Get rid of the inappropriate gestures, such as tapping your foot, grabbing different parts of your body, and so on. But most importantly of all, make eye contact. Never search the ceiling or walls while someone is talking to you. That's just another form of disrespect. Number 8. Dress like a lady. You might say, "Oh well, if I behave properly, who cares what I'm wearing?" Well, things aren't at all like that, because before someone sees the way you behave, they get a visual of you, also known as the first impression, and that is crucial. You can have all the manners in the world. If you're dressed like a stripper, they're going to treat you like a stripper. Don't think that you must dress like a boring old lady. Not at all. You can be insanely sexy and still look like a lady. You can show some discreet cleavage or some leg, but the thing is to leave the gentleman wondering. A mysterious woman will always be way sexier for a man than a woman who puts it all out there. Extra tip: don't wear heels unless you know how to walk in them. There's no need to panic if you can't do that. You can pull off any elegant outfit wearing flats, too. It's always better than looking like a confusing newborn deer. Number 7. Manners do matter. No matter how much times have changed, manners remain the essential part of being a lady. And I'm talking here about all kinds of manners, punctuality, and civility. In order to be a respected lady, first of all, you must respect others, too. And just to mention a few things on the list, table manners. No one wants to see a woman who stuffs her face, eats with her bare hands, and keeps her elbows on the table. Civility. Always say thank you and please. It will really make a difference even if you don't believe it. Just try it out and see. People will surprise you. Hold doors, especially for old people. You're going to need that too at some point, and it will make you feel useful. Punctuality. No one likes to wait forever for you to show up. It's simply disrespectful. Number 6. Gossip is for girls. Yes, gossiping is the worst habit of women, and it will be very hard to get rid of it. Sure, gossiping was fun in college, but you're not a naive student anymore. You're a grown woman now, and you have to act like one. I know it's hard to keep all that stuff to yourself, but don't worry, some gossiping now and then with your best friend is perfectly alright. The thing is not to go and badmouth everyone out there from one to another. No one will ever trust you again, and if they don't trust you, they clearly don't respect you. During our studies at Alux.com, we've discovered that people perceive you differently. They don't trust you and would rather not be around you if you show signs of indiscretion such as gossiping. Aluxers always look for people who empower others and endorse one another. Please remember that when somebody is talking about someone else behind their back. They will most certainly do the same thing to you, so as a lady, you need to distance yourself from such individuals. Number 5. Respect your commitments. I know you're a busy woman, but you have to make time for others too, and RSVP to those cocktails, parties, and meetings. People do appreciate that. And most important, when you get an invitation, think right there and then if you can attend the event and if you can't. Don't make up some pathetic excuse. Just tell the truth and reschedule as soon as possible. That will also prevent you from canceling the last minute and risking to mess up other people's plans. A modern lady understands the importance of her word and her time, so there is very little room for maybes in her commitments. Number 4. Never kiss and tell. This is why it's called private life, because it's private. And a lady knows that very well. Your sex life is something personal, and it's something that should be protected. Once again, you can feel free to discuss all of that with your best friends. There's no need to go completely undercover now. Just don't shout it off a building. And we all know that people can be really mean and judge you all the time, so there's no need to give them another subject to talk about. So be discreet about your personal life and keep it to yourself and your close ones. Number 3. Drink responsibly. It's simply unprofessional and inappropriate to be that drunk that you can't stay on your own feet and can't put together 2 words in a sentence. No gentleman wants that next to him. I'm not saying that you cannot drink at all. No way. It's perfectly okay for a woman to have something from time to time. Just remember to drink responsibly and with a limit. Make sure that you can get yourself home and have a clear conscience. No lady should ever pass out from drinking. Also, you should take care of what you're drinking. It's really not that pleasant to see an elegant lady doing tequila shots at the bar. Treat yourself with some wine or champagne. Be classy and elegant. Always remember to never drink and drive. Have your chauffeur or a cab pick you up. Number 2. Don't be a drama queen. You need to remember that even in high school or college, no one liked a drama queen. Just imagine how they feel about it now. And once again, it all comes down to this. It's nobody's business what you do with your life. A real lady keeps her problems to herself and handles them on her own. She doesn't complain nor whine about everything that's going on in her life and how hard it might be. You are a symbol of power. You can get over anything that comes your way on your own or with a little help. A modern lady talks more about results than obstacles. Number 1. Knowledge is power. A lady knows a little bit of everything. Politics, medicine, business, arts, and so on. If you plan on being a lady, your circles will expand to a lot of important people from different fields, and you must make sure that you can have a basic conversation with any one of these people. I'm sure you wouldn't like to be considered one boring and uneducated woman who can only talk about the last episode of the soap opera from last night. Reading is incredibly underrated, and it separates modern ladies and gentlemen from the average folk. Read as much personal development as you can, in different fields. Grow yourself and evolve into someone that has a deep understanding of the world around her, and only then she has the power to change it. What would you add to this list? Join the conversation in the comments. Because you watched this video up to this point, we'd like to share a little bit of extra info we came across, and it's related to the wage gap between men and women. Studies have shown that Asian women are rapidly closing the gap and are expected to earn more on average than men in the following years. This is due to education. Asian women in the last decade have focused strongly on education, more than any other demographic group, and the results are showing. Education, qualifications, and results are the rules of the game. Make sure you understand them so you can win. Take care and live a memorable life. Share this video with someone that you know will love to learn more about this. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxer. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. If you want more, we handpicked these videos you might enjoy, or head over to Alux.com for the best in fine living content on the planet. Be a part of the largest community of luxury enthusiasts in the world and tell your story.